Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Color Me Badland, back with an amazingly gorgeous and sexy summertime fresh fragrance that I think if I had one fragrance choice for the entire summer, this would be the fragrance for all occasions. But before I come on and share that particular fragrance with you, you know, the one that I pulled out of my collection that I'm not afraid to share with you guys, I want to welcome you to my channel. If this is your first time meeting me, hello, I am Color Me Badland. Just to give you a little bit of a brief scenario of who I am and what we do over here in Color Me Bad Nation, I am a beauty professional, a licensed cosmetologist, just to name a few things. We also talk about natural skincare. We'll talk a little bit about makeup, all types of hair. We may even get into a little bit about fashion. We'll talk about love, relationships, romance, a little bit about dating, family issues, and faith, most importantly. So hopefully this recording finds you all well and fine. I've been noticing that a lot of our content creators out here have been talking about sexy summertime fragrances, hot girl summer fragrances. You know, I'm hot granny. I think once you have children, you are no longer allowed to have a hot girl summer. So you can just hang those boots up. However, we can still be hot. And we can still wear amazingly gorgeous fragrances. And so I wanted to come on and share one of my absolute favorite fragrances. This is a fragrance that I don't even think I've ever actually worn out for any occasion. I've probably pulled this fragrance a couple of times and said, "You going with me today?" And it still didn't slide off of that shelf. I'm waiting to use this fragrance. So I want to come on and share this with you. There are some people that I've heard talk about this fragrance. It is one of my favorites. It is the sexiest summertime fragrance I have in my collection, and that is Flora Botanica by Balenciaga. I'll bring the box in a little bit closer just in case you're not familiar with what this fragrance is and what the box looks like. As I've shared before, all of my fragrances that I don't wear on a regular basis, I normally keep them in the boxes. And that's just because I really don't have a lot of display space anymore. And then on top of that, it just doesn't make sense to have this just sitting out collecting dust if I really don't use it, right? So I'm going to take this out and I want to share with you guys what's in this fragrance. If you're not aware or if you're not familiar with this fragrance, most of us are, but it's always good to kind of revisit a fragrance that we absolutely love, because you may have this fragrance in your collection as well and never use it like I do. All right, so I'm going to bring the bottle in a little bit closer, because not only is this fragrance gorgeous, but the bottle is so sexy, you guys. So I'm going to bring it in close so you guys can see that. See how beautiful that is? Again, this is Flora Botanica by Balenciaga, and I'm gonna spray a little bit on me. Like I said, I don't wear this fragrance at all. You can kind of see where the juice is kind of like missing out on there for me, and then it's hard to find the nozzle too, because the sprayer for the actual nozzle is the same color as the top, so you have to really look close before you spray out, so you don't spray out into the atmosphere. This smells so amazing, guys. Okay, so let's get into it, because I want to share this fragrance. Again, this is Flora Botanica by Balenciaga. The main, of course, of this gorgeous fragrance, it is aromatic. It is green, and when I say green, it is green. It has your rose in it, beautifully placed in this fragrance. If you don't like a rose fragrance, you are definitely not going to like this fragrance, because you can smell that rose on the first spray out. It's so beautiful, you all. It has a floral note, of course, and then it also has cannabis. It's a warm, spicy fragrance. It's a fresh, spicy. It's woody and it's earthy. So if you're not into those types of fragrances or those types of notes, this is something that you probably would not enjoy, because it is all of that and a bag of chips. So you definitely would experience all of those particular options in this fragrance. And so this is a flower bed of beautification. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you don't like flowers, if you don't like green and mossy, If you're not a rose person and you don't like a really earthy fragrance, you're not going to enjoy this. But when I tell you this fragrance is absolutely gorgeous, it lasts for 8+ hours, really until you scrub down again. This fragrance will lay on the skin beautifully. Beautiful projection, beautiful scent bubble. It does the trick. And I actually wore this once inside of the house to kind of give it a little bit of play and find out what this thing would do for me. Because I'm looking at this juice like, clear juice, what you got for me? When I tell you, without layering this fragrance, it just ignited, lay beautifully on top of my skin. Highly, highly impressed. So I will always keep this sexy, sexy, sexy fragrance. Flora Botanica by Balenciaga is a floral green fragrance for women. Flora Botanica was launched in 2012. So this fragrance has been around for quite some time, okay? Flora Botanica was created by Oliver Poge and Jean-Christophe Herault. Thank you, Oliver, and thank you, Jean-Christophe. Your top notes are mint. Now, it's funny because I get a little bit of the mint at the very beginning, but my first blast of this, I get rose and cannabis, you guys. And I love the two of the combination of those two is absolutely gorgeous, I promise you. So again, you get mint in your top. Your middle notes are rose, or what I love to call your heart notes. So you get a little bit of rose, you get a little bit of carnation and cannabis. And like I said, I get my rose and cannabis on my first spray out. And maybe because that first blast off, the mint is so minute and it's so soft and gentle that I kind of miss that first little spray out of the mint, and it gets right to the rose for me. Then your base note is vetiver and amber. Now, of course, we know that those aren't all of the notes that are inside of this beautiful, beautiful fragrance, but those are the main components that they want us to know. Now, I will share with you, when you sniff this right from the bottle, I can smell that mint. It's just so beautiful. It's just a beautiful combination of garden and earthiness, and it's just a lollapalooza of gorgeousness. This is definitely at the top of the list of the most beautiful fragrance that I have in my collection. It is definitely the sexiest fragrance that I have for the summertime. So if in fact I do need something to spray on that's extremely sexy, I got myself covered, baby. If you don't have this in your collection, I highly recommend adding Flora Botanica by Balenciaga to your collection. Thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate all of your love and support. Again, this is your girl, Color Me Bad Lynn, signing out. Thank you for watching, guys. God bless.